Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be learning how to make a dodgeball game here on Scratch, similar to this one I made right here. So if you press the green flag, you can see that you can control the cat with the arrow keys. And the goal of this game is to collect as many ice cream cones as you can. But you also have to dodge the basketballs, and if they catch you 3 times, then you lose. So let's just demonstrate. And it's game over for you. Okay, let's get started. Alright, first create a new game and rename the cat to player. Then go to the costumes area, delete the second costume, and rename this one right. Then duplicate that costume, flip it horizontally, and rename it left. Okay, now let's get coding. We first get out a when go click block, a go to block, and this go to is going to be 120. Then we're going to make a new variable, call it speed, and we're going to set the speed to 5. Then we're going to say forever if the right arrow is pressed. Then change x by speed. And if the left arrow is pressed, then we get out a minus and a times. Then we say speed minus speed times 2. Okay. Now we go to looks. And in this first if we put switch costume to right. And in the second if we put switch costume to left. So actually we want to say negative 120. And as you can see, it works perfectly. It just moves left and right like that. And it switches the costume. Now let's decrease the size of that. And that's too small. That's about the sort of size for a dodgeball. Alright, now let's choose a backdrop. Before we do anything else, you always want to choose a backdrop. And that backdrop's good for me. So yeah. Okay, now let's continue on with the code. We first make a new sprite, and then we switch the color to orange. After that, you need to go to the rectangle tool and make a nice little rectangle like that. Now this is going to be for the cone, but it doesn't look anything like a cone. So what we're going to do is click this little reshape button and click that, and as you can see, there are several pinch points right there. You can click to add a new pinch point, but I'm just going to undo that. I don't want to add a new pinch point. These pinch points are good, and if we just drag these pinch points, actually I just want to forget everything that I did there. So we're just going to make a rectangle and then drag these pinch points together to make a nice little cone like that. And now we're just going to decrease the size of this. And now we're going to make the part you eat, the real ice cream. So for that we need to make the saturation down to a light color and make the color whatever you want. I'm going to use pink, but you could do whatever you want. Okay, now we're going to choose a costume. And I'm going to choose the basketball. You could choose whatever thing you want though. As long as it's really hard, but okay. Now, this is super important. You must have the sprite tilted left. Now you may be wondering why I tilted this ice cream left. And that's because, like, if I didn't, then the script we're going to do in a bit is not going to work. It's not going to function properly. Okay, now we can code. We're going to say when go clicked, hide, because we don't want it to be there, and then forever. We're going to get this new block called create clone of myself. I'll explain this in a minute, but then we're going to say wait 1 second. And then we're going to say when I start as a clone, we're going to get a go to block. Then we're going to say go to, pick random, negative 230 and positive 230. And then the Y position is 160. And then we're going to switch costume. We're going to get a switch costume block to pick random. 1 to 2. Then we're going to show it. Then we're going to point in direction 180. We're going to point in direction 180. Then we're going to say repeat until Y position is less than -179. So this is Y position 179. We just want it to hide once it gets to this edge, but we're going to say move 3 steps. We can change this if we want later. And then we're going to say delete this clone at the very end. Now, what are clones? Well, clones are basically copies of the original sprite. So what we did right here was we've hidden the original sprite, but we're only showing the copies. This code is very useful for many programs. All right, let's test it out now. And as you can see, it works perfectly. They're just picking random costumes, going to random places, and falling. Okay, now let's get the game over mechanism. Okay, we first make a new sprite and call it game over sprite. After that, we need to go to text and make the color whatever you want, but I'm going to have it be red, and change the font to whatever you want, but I'll have it be marker. You can also choose curly, it's a good font. And I'm going to say game over. In fact, yeah, game over. Game over. Alright. Now we're going to go back to the ice cream sprite, the falling sprite, and we're going to create 2 new variables. One called score and one called chances. In fact, we're just going to hide speed and chances because we don't need them for this demo. Actually, we're going to show chances. Alright, now this code is going to be, now we're going to get the code where if we touch the ice cream, then it's going to increase the score by 1, but if we touch the basketball, then it's going to change the lives by -1. But before we do that, we need to get the reset code. We're going to say when go clicked, set chances to 3, and set score to 0. And in fact, let's put them the other way around. Doesn't matter, but I just like to do it. Now we're going to say when I start as a clone, forever, if the costume number equals 1, and we're going to get an and block, and it's touching the player. Then we're going to go to sounds, delete the pop sound, and we're going to go to effects, get on Alien Creek, and effects coin. Now we're going to start sound coin, and we're going to change the score by 1. And we're going to hide, because if we don't hide, then it's just going to change the score by a large amount. Since it's never going to hide, it spends a decent amount of time when it's touching the cat. So it's just, we have to put this hide block. Now we're going to duplicate this if statement and do if it touches the basketball. So if the costume number equals 2, then we're going to place down Alien Creek and change chances by -1. And then we're going to hide. Alright. Go back to the player sprite, and this is going to be for the game over script. We're going to say when go clicked, forever, if the chances is less than 1. Then we're going to broadcast. Talked about broadcasting in the previous tutorials. We're going to broadcast you lose. Alright, go to the game over sprite now. The game over sprite. We're going to say when go clicked, hide, but when I receive you lose, then show, and also stop all. Alright, let's test this out now. First we gotta save it, then let's test it out now. So if we touch the ice cream, the score increases by 1, but if we touch the basketballs, the chances decrease, and the game over message is broadcast. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. Tune in next time where we'll be learning about how to design complex and interactive images. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.